All right, what's up, Flavor Nation? Pitmaster Shady D, Dylan White, also known as Pit Daddy D, the man, and the man of the hour, Mr. Paul Sidoriak. Dude, you have been all over the world and back again. For those that don't know Paul, you do a lot of writing for a lot of people and probably are one of the most prolific testers of things out there, dude. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks very much. It's an honor to be chatting with you guys, here on a Wednesday night. So thanks for having me.
Well, Paul, we're going to jump right in, man, because I know you literally. I heard you just take the chicken off the grill, and you got dinner going, so we only got 30 minutes with you. But dude, you have wrote for Amazing Ribs. You do all sorts of reviews. Tell everyone what it is you do and some of the cool stuff you've done, because that's kind of how you and I met.
Yeah, absolutely. So really wasn't that long ago, 2013. Through a set of circumstances, I went freelance full time, and I had been in consumer product goods, and I was traveling a lot for work and seeing distributors, and spending a lot of times and working with restaurants and night bars and nightclubs and supermarkets, and when the company I was working for, Nestle, when they pulled out of the state of Montana, I had kind of all this free time, and I was pretty infatuated with the outdoor cooking space. I have been my whole life. And I went to the HPB Expo in Salt Lake, and I printed up some large postcards, not business cards, like actual postcards, the kind that would be really hard to cram into your wallet. And back then, there really weren't social media managers, and WordPress was kind of getting scaled, and I just instantly became a digital marketing guy. And I showed up and told the people this is what I was doing, and that day in Utah, I was able to grab a half a dozen clients, and was kind of off to the races. So it's been a handful of years since. I've written 2 cookbooks, one on Kamado cooking called Exclusively Kamado that just went out of print. You could probably still grab a used copy on Amazon for a very high price. And another book on flat top outdoor griddle cooking that came out 2 years ago in June. But other than those 2 projects, yeah, I've been reviewing a lot of products. I've been testing items and everything from pellet grills and broiler grills, over the top broiler cookers, to gas grills, and then even some of these online meat companies that you can order from. And it's been fun. It's challenged me to really get my writing dialed in and find my voice, and start to kind of create a style for how I represent products. So it's been great. I've done a handful of projects for AmazingRibs.com. I was kind of part-time, full-time with them for a few years, and real interesting organization when you get the kind of traffic that website gets.
Sure. Yeah.
You really have the opportunity to talk to a lot of people, and my role was really cool. There's a guy there named Max Good who typically tests the majority of the grill products, and one of the core philosophies with Meathead, being an old school journalist and publisher, is keep your editorial team and your paywall separate. So if a company wanted to chat about a line extension they may have, or a new product or something that's in development, they would get referred to me instead of the guy reviewing the products, to keep him unbiased. So it was really fun to have an opportunity to chit chat with manufacturers about new things and what's happening in the industry, and really how everyone's doing. Who's making some strides, and who's going into what different niches, and it's been a blast.
Well, you've literally, like I said, you touched on it. You've done all sorts of reviews. I know you did some stuff for Gorilla. I know you reviewed the Chimp early on. Yeah, I mean, we Flavor Anonymous has sent you a bunch of stuff to review. You're kind of that trusted resource, and I think it comes from your method. Your methodology is always very well. It's It's a lot, dude. You dig deep.
I never really planned on going that route, but really when I have the opportunity to write about a product, I think about it as if it was something that I was super excited to add to my quiver. How is this going to make my life better? How is this going to make my life more interesting? Will I be able to invite friends over, and can we all gather around this cooking device? Or can I say that? Can I tell people that I've got this really cool spice from someone like a Flavor Anonymous, and you guys need to drop what you're doing and come by on Saturday because I'm going to do this really fun rotisserie project, and I want you guys to beta test these flavors, and it's been a blast. But really putting myself in the shoes of the reader and the audience, and the people who are shelling out their hard-earned buck, for these grills and accessories and spices, like that's what it's all about for me.
Sure. Dylan, you've gone to some of these expos and ran into some of these characters like Paul. You gotta love the gumption of just throwing it out there, man. I think it's how a lot of these guys get started. I mean, you ran into a few yourself like that. So, this is where you can take it over for me.
I think it's fantastic. Oh, okay. Is that the subtle segue that we're working on?
We're going to have a hand signal.
No, I think it's all right. Cool. Scratch your left eye, if you want me to talk. No, it's no. I think it's fantastic. I mean, hearing this story about how you got started, like it's great, and in a lot of ways, it resonates with us and with our folks, because it's kind of the same thing, like jumping into a category. I know rubs are out there, but FA is trying to turn the corner and be more than that. So having guys like you take a look at our products and give your unbiased feedback on it is key to opening those new markets. And I think it's awesome to think about, how many different products, Paul, that you've cooked on, that you had the opportunity to dig deep on and find the flaws in and find the pros to. I mean, to me, that's a really cool mark to have out there. Like, how many products, if you had to guess, like cooking units,
have I?
Would you say that you've
at one point?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, or have went through your hands.
I mean, I'm probably closer to 36 than 24. I think last fall I decided to downsize, and I was sitting around 19 cookers, and frankly, for me, like, I wish I had a couple acres and they could all just have a nice life in upstate at the farm. But the reality is I don't have the space for it, and I also really try to keep, something that I speak with manufacturers about is that I'm not in the business of like collecting cookers. Every once in a while there's something that might stick around for a while, but if I run into someone who's under grilled at their place and there's something that I think is going to fit their lifestyle, typically I'll donate. I'll give it away. I was just fishing last Friday with some friends, and the topic of outdoor cooking came up, as it often does. And you don't have a griddle. Well, I have one. Oh, you have a small patio? I have one that you should try it. And it's funny, I've had some cookers boomerang as well. I had a barrel cooker that I gave to someone who I really thought would enjoy it, and I set it free, and it must have loved me because it came back, and it ended up back here in my portfolio. But so I would say probably over the years I'm I'm definitely in the 30s when it comes to grills that I've had my hands on, had my fingers on. I mean, one pellet grill company I've had 7 or 8 alone that I've tested and done some beta testing for. Which
is because they make one change and release a new one every year. Be honest.
I don't know the why, but
I'm picking on a certain company, but
yeah, but it's really so. Something that gets me like all psyched up on the outdoor cooking genre is innovation, and I love when people manufacturers they try they're not just following a mold and repeating what they've done year after year. That even if they're just small upgrades, like they make a handle, a control knob for temperature control. Maybe they give that a soft touch feel, or they go from on a 4-burner system. They go from a single ignition point to a 4-point ignition point. That stuff. Even though those are small bits of innovation, and the end user doesn't always see that, I'm excited because that means that manufacturers are taking note and they're trying to do better by their customer base.
Right.
And that's where the chimp was a real fun item to review because, the people at Grilla were just adamant that they had looked at what was working well in the market for other, pellet grills and what this specific one was designed for. It was a portable unit. It was a tailgate unit. It could also work well as a full-time pellet grill at anyone's place. But the innovation showed. There were certain things that were a part of that project that were total upgrades, and then there were other things that were omitted, which was pretty clever in a way to not have like a frustration point.
Right.
Like Wi-Fi is kind of where my mind goes with that. Some Wi-Fi connectivity is great, and some of it is just the biggest pain in the ass. And you're on with tech support and trying to get things figured out when in reality, all you want to do is reverse sear a couple steaks or chops or whatever.
As an IT guy, I should never, ever, ever, ever have to know my IP address to get a freaking burger grilled. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. But here's a good question from John. I don't know if you've had a chance to play with the Masterbuilt Gravity, but thumbs up, thumbs down, man. It seems to be getting pretty good reviews. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I love it. I've had it since. I've had it since it was released. I'm trying to think exactly when I got my hands on it, but I've probably had it for every bit of 5 months at this point. I wrote an early release on it, not a review. I'm going to be doing a review here soon. I probably cooked on it 25 or 30 times at this point. I love it. I think the innovation is there. I think that good for them to take the convenience of a pellet grill and the flexibility of using charcoal. So Masterbuilt and Kamado Joe being a part of the same family, if somebody is a Kamado grill user, chances are they're already going to have maybe 50, 60, 100 pounds of lump charcoal sitting around on hand. And the ability to kind of make that crossover into this Gravity Series grill, if you already have the fuel there, it's kind of a simple thing. They did a bunch of things right, and there's a few things that I will definitely call out when I do a formal review. I had the privilege of speaking with someone at Masterbuilt a few months ago, actually prior to the HPB show in New Orleans, which I didn't make it to this year, but and I brought that up. I said, there's a few corners that you guys cut. What's the deal with that? And it kind of came full circle, and I was in agreement that at the price point that cooker is at, about $500, they just can't make everything double walled stainless and higher grade stuff. And I think for the price point that it's at, it is a really, really fun cooker. And it's going to be super interesting to see moving forward who copies that, and also what Masterbuilt does to improve upon it. Because I don't think they're done with this. I don't even think the ink is close to dried on the blueprint.
Started good, yeah. I mean, the first round's out, you always improve. But yeah, I agree with that.
I had my first challenge with it the other night, Sunday night. Normally the thing lights up pretty quick, and that's what's wild about it, is that I've been rocking a classic PK a lot lately, and just doing a chimney full of charcoal, and getting that started, and then dumping it, and so that's a 25-30 minute process until your charcoal is lit, and you're kind of getting ready to cook or whatever. And with the Masterbuilt Gravity Series, those times that they claim you can get it to 700 degrees in 17 or 18 minutes, it's pretty spot on. It's unbelievable. You can get to 250 degrees in around 10 minutes. And it's a neat thing. But the other night, man, that thing, it got me. We had a bunch of precip here in western Montana. We got a couple inches of rain. And although I don't know where really any water has an opportunity to compromise the system, and it doesn't look like it, humidity sure got it.
Humidity and charcoal will get you, yeah.
Yeah, and so it took me quite a handful of fire starters, to get the thing rocking and rolling. But once I did, it was just solid. And that's a funny thing, like not only with the Masterbuilt, but pellet grills and Kamado grills in general. And I'll take it one step further, gas and propane. So much of the gripes that I read about that people have with these products, it's mostly user error. Like, look at me, I was using wet ass charcoal. What did I expect? I can't go rant and rave. I shouldn't go rant and rave that it took me 4 times the amount of time it would normally to get it lit, because
you're also not a user sitting there on the Facebook group complaining while you're doing it, and that drives me nuts too.
Yeah, I think of like some of my biggest fails when I've been cooking with pellet grills. It's 100% on me. Like I get a flame out and I open the thing up, and it's like 97% impacted with ash and shit and debris, and it's like it looks like a cup holder, that's just completely full of ash, and it's like, well, you wonder why these pellets aren't burning, and it's going out. It's because you didn't do the minimum, once every 13 cooks to keep the thing going. Right. we learn in kindergarten about the damn fire triangle, and you'd think like some manufacturers should kind of do a little parody of that. Like, well, your grill's not heating up. It's probably either fuel or heat or
right. It's got to be ignition or air or fuel. I mean, that's it.
Yeah. So,
but Paul, yeah, you've had the luxury or pain. It depends on how you look at it. You've been through all our products, man. I don't know how many rubs you're sent and have to burn through. And I won't ask you to go through every one because the list is getting long. But do you have any clear favorite FA products at this point?
Well, yeah. So I've got this like really interesting passive aggressive relationship with your line of spices.
Well, we said we wanted to listen to motion. I think we've won.
Let's just start with the mood enhancer, because that's where it all started for me. First and foremost, like I'd seen, maybe there was one release, maybe there were 2 releases, kind of limited batching, but I didn't know what it was. I didn't understand it, and then I kind of had this like fear of missing out. So, I remember getting an email on a Friday
Oh, my
night
word.
saying that, well, the store's going to be open at, 9 Central or something on Saturday morning, but, you can get in there half hour early or something, like, don't tell anyone, but, because you're subscribed to this list, we're going to open it up a little bit early for you. And I was thinking, like, yeah, there's no way I'm going to be in front of a computer at that point. But for some reason I was sitting there drinking coffee, and boom, I ordered a few bags, and I didn't really know what to expect. And that same feeling happens every single time I bust into it. Like, I wish I could just sleuth what that stuff tastes like. But it is such a dynamic blend of flavors that it just keeps me wanting to try it again and again and again. And Shane, you and I have chatted about this offline, and I kind of appreciate you keeping most of the ingredients close to the vest, but I'm constantly going back to the mood enhancer because I can't figure it out. Like, there's some stuff in there that is just it's so classic on beef, but then there's just these other zingers where I want more. It's like, I had this analogy once about, like, a really well decorated hotel room, in some fancy ass hotel that you probably shouldn't be staying in, but for whatever reason you're booked in there. It could be an incredibly small space, but if it's done right, you're just constantly looking like, oh, there's got to be more here to explore. But in reality, it's kind of like, a bed, a toilet, a sink, and a shower, and a TV. But you feel like there's so much more. That's how I feel with the mood enhancer. Like, I am constantly trying to not have my palate be teased by it, and so it's been interesting. The Cure, that's another one where I read in the Facebook group about someone had asked about Canadian bacon, and Dylan stepped in and was kind of like, yeah, no, this is how I would do it. If I was going to do Canadian bacon, it was part kind of dry rub with the Cure, part letting it air dry in the fridge and so on. And I had a tenderloin, and I let it go for 5 days in the fridge, and it was, put it on the rotisserie and cooked it over hardwood lump, and it was just great. I mean, a pork loin is just such a blank canvas.
Really is.
It's relatively boring.
Right.
It's probably as boring, if not more boring, than chicken breast. But that the Cure, it just totally stepped up, and I wanted to do thinly sliced, I don't even know if there is such a thing, but like a deli pork sandwich. I was kind of like emulating like a Miami style Cuban sandwich.
Sure.
And so, I had this nice hunk of tenderloin, and then I let it kind of hang out for a while off the heat. And then I put it on the my Craigslist slicer that I got, and I just cut it really thin. And, both that evening and then letting it set overnight and then reslicing it when it the juices had a chance to just hang out in the refrigerator overnight. It just made for a really wonderful product. It was a ton of fun and a great surprise. And I've since used it on chicken. I've used it on other pork, and it's been great. Onto the ombre and the voodoo. I guess I just got enamored with mixing the two together.
As you should.
Yeah, and I have gone through 2 dredges now, which is probably close to a couple cups. So I've probably gone through 4 cups of it combined, and it's the same thing. Like the ombre, there's something going on in there where
Dude,
I
I'll
don't.
stand by this. Dylan has had a few moments of genius, but Dirty Gringo and that Tres Hombres pack will probably go down as like probably one of the most relatable and usable rubs we'll do. Because I do the same thing. I'm like, there's days I taste Gringo and I'm like, it's like one of those songs you wish you had wrote. You're like, fucker, he beat me to it, you know?
Yeah.
But it's just so basically good, but still interesting. That's why I love Dirty Gringo. I unabashedly love that product.
Yeah, there's something going on in there. Again, I wish I had like the palate of a sommelier.
What was it you and I were talking yesterday? You said something about it having. It's like, have you ever mixed these two? And does it have a? Is there cocoa powder in any of these? I forgot what the two were.
Yeah, it was chocolate. So I was just sautéing some chicken thighs, boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and a little bit of oil in like a deep sauce pot, and I just got this sweet, gorgeous nuance of chocolate, and I just keep looking around in my kitchen, and there's nothing relatively sweet to be seen anywhere, and I'm thinking, God, I must have messed something up, but it was just chicken and the combination of those two spices, and the aroma of those two. It was so sweet and really, really pleasant. Like I wish my kitchen would smell like that more often.
We're selling candles, man. Put clearly there, Dylan. Tell them there's no chocolate there.
No, there's not. There's some sneaky stuff in it, but no cocoa.
Yeah. I thought maybe there were cocoa nibs or some cacao or carob or who knows what, but. It was.
I've been known to use those, but those didn't make the cut for Dirty Gringo.
It's funny too because it's not. This is one of the isolated times where I've cooked something, and there's just this anomaly of a flavor that's wafting around the room. I'm like, what the heck? I can't put my finger on that, and it was just so sweet and not overpowering and wonderful. I was really blown away by it.
That's how I describe Dylan.
And then the ante up and double down. I just received it and I was able to try it out over the weekend, but that's still in testing phase for me. So I don't have a lot to report just yet, but I can't wait to write kind of a synopsis of how I've used the products and share that and let people know, because what you guys are doing, it's fun and it's innovative, and I think it's important that people try different things and right. You guys stand behind the freshness of your blends and your ingredients, and the difference between getting that where I know that your products are selling out, but in between manufacturing runs, and the stuff that I can get at my supermarket or at my butcher counter that's been sitting there for months, if not years. Like we don't settle for those substandard products with our protein. Why would we settle on it for our spices? So, and especially in this time, I don't know if you guys want to get on the rabbit hole of food shortages, but prices have gone up, and there's less availability for proteins, and so why not adorn it with a spice that has just as much integrity as the meats that you're seeking out.
Yeah, I 100% agree, man. Yeah, dude, I brought a little tear to my eye. Dylan, you got to take over for a minute. We got to have a moment.
No, it's interesting to hear. I always love hearing how people are using it and the different blends. Like that's one of the things that to me that that even new products, we have products coming out that are for
That
they're
are
going to
nuts.
launch under a different brand, but still the commingling and the blending of it is still very critical, and I think one of the things, the freshness was a no brainer right out of the gate for us. It was about, there have been too many times that I'd buy a bottle, of something, or get shipped a bottle, and then I'd take a look, and on the back of it, it'd be bleached out from where it was sitting on a shelf,
Yeah.
getting hit by light or something every day, or all these different things. And then as a restaurateur, as a chef from a chef background, like even celery, when celery loses its rigidity, a lot of home cooks and people will go ahead and use it and be like, oh, it's fine for soup, it's fine for this.
Right.
It's like, well, no, it's lost something. Like, is it edible? Sure. But, lots of things are edible. But if I'm trying to make my best version of it, I want fresh, I want crisp, I want those things that are missing. And, having a barbecue restaurant, and helping start a brand that has grown, that was all about quality. I flew out to Snake River Farms and toured the ranch, and then walked through the harvesting and processing facilities, and visit basically from beginning to end, from pasture to box and package. Kind of toured that, and we did that with all of our proteins. So like went to Iowa, to the farms in Iowa where we were getting our pork, and to Indiana, to the chicken farms. And to your point, so many people stop there, and it's like, well, wait a minute, you're flavoring this. So we went way outside the box, and we went to a local spice purveyor that was known as a high-end, very high-end spice purveyor. And that's where we sourced all our spices to blend for the restaurant. And when we give people tours, I would open the paprika up, the big tub of paprika that we hand shook and hand sifted, and be like, smell this. Look at this color. And they'd be like, oh my God, my paprika doesn't smell like that. My paprika isn't that color.
They smell like an ashtray.
Or like our granulated garlic or our granulated onion. And it actually smelled like fresh garlic and smelled like fresh onion, because it was, it was high quality stuff. And it 100% came through on the meat, because, it tasted fresher, it tasted cleaner, it tasted brighter. So that was one thing that Shane and I didn't have to discuss very long, and knew that was going to be a key component, and then as soon as we were able to talk our manufacturing plant, into sourcing the full black bags for us, so that we didn't have any light degradation, right? Even though they cost more, that was a no-brainer. Like immediately we were like, no, put them in it. Like, seal the freshness in. So it's good to see that being appreciated, for sure.
Well, it's funny, Shane and I chit chat about coffee every once in a while, and, coffee, spices, beer, wine, it seems like some of the finer things in life, they all suffer from the same issues. Light breaks it down. Air breaks it down. And you have to treat your products with respect, especially if you're in a commercial environment, with a restaurant, and you just have to be cognizant of that, because like you said, that limp celery may be fine for your chicken broth you're making, but it might not be fine if your restaurant is known for their chicken stew or chicken and dumplings or something like that. It only goes so far for so long. So
100%, man. Well, Paul, you're running up for 30 minutes. I know you got dinner, dude. Go ahead and plug where these guys can find you, because you're doing still a lot of great review work. And you have your hand in a lot of pies, man. Tell us where to read your stuff.
Yeah, you can check me out at grillingmontana.com. You can check me out at Grilling Montana on Instagram. Pretty much anywhere that there's an @ symbol in front of it. Facebook, Twitter, Grilling Montana is where you can find me. I just put up a review yesterday after cooking on the Blackstone air fryer griddle combo for about 5 months now. I just did a review, now that I've cooked on it, a few dozen times. So that's pretty cool. I will be doing I've cooked on it review soon for the Masterbuilt 560 Gravity Series grill that I have. I've got another griddle here in my living room that just arrived in a box that I'm excited to try and let people know how it works. And I think it's cool. You may be brand loyal to what one person might be brand loyal to one product, but there's plenty of other people out there who want to go in a different direction. They might not love that one manufacturer for whatever reason. Maybe it's that it's not carried at their local Ace store or their local box store. But I think it's really important to have people review products unbiased, with kind of an open mind and the lens of a user, the home user's perspective. So yeah, that's where you can find me. And if you guys want to keep chit chatting, that's cool. If you want to move on to another segment, I totally get it.
No, man, go eat. We appreciate it because we got a bunch of product announcements that we're going to be sending your way anyway. So you're about to find out all about them in person.
Right on.
Here another couple of weeks, man.
Cool. Well, thanks for your time. It was nice to chat with you folks. Dylan, nice to finally chat with you in person. And yeah, keep it up. Keep the innovation coming. I think we all win when people like Flavor Anonymous, are pulling some bombs out of the filing cabinet and hooking us up with some new products. So thanks.
Man, we appreciate the kind words from you. It means a lot. Seriously, I know how many products you touch, and it's hard as heck to get I don't say a favorable review, but you're a guy that's going to call it like it is. That's what I always love about you, man.
Thanks so much. Well, have a good evening, and look forward to chatting with you guys again soon. Take care.
All right.
Thanks for coming on, Paul.
Cheers. Bye.
All right. What are you beating up over there? What do you got? You got the new pen? Have you got the new pen? Show it. What do you got? What do you got? What's in the box?
What's in the box? Yeah, so check this bad boy out.
Yeah, look at you.
Fully integrated handles, so it's a one piece.
Yeah, stamped out of one piece. Nice.
Yeah, the whole box is one piece, so they just fold it up, weld the corners, and we welded this awesome collar. Yep. You can see if you look at the bottom, it's got a good solid big bead on it.
Huh?
So we welded this collar, and you can't
tell. I've never seen this. He literally just unboxed this. This is all a surprise.
Yeah. And then we have our spike, all stainless steel solid, but it slides
right in.
Right in.
Yep, baby. Yeah.
But that way we can pull it out. It's easy to store and easy to ship.
Dude, I love the idea of the collar because I've got like 5 more ideas of things that people wanted to do different things and put in there. We can sell that later. Like if you want to hang chicken legs or something. I don't know, but that collar allows the innovation later. I love that.
Well, the other thing is like a new spin on beer can chicken where you don't have to have the can. Like there's a lot of things already that this collar lets us do that pretty excited about.
So Dylan, the next question's coming. When can we do them and how many? Because I got to tell you, dude, I didn't even cook on that thing. I don't even need to. We need to just hit print on those, bro. We got to.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I just got it, literally unboxed it while Paul was talking there. Because I thought that's what it was, and I wanted to make sure and thought it'd be a great thing to show. So, I need to do a couple cooks on it. You have the alpha version. This is
I do.
the beta. This is second generation. I'm gonna set them side by side and do a cook with both of them. Make sure there's no, there shouldn't be, but make sure there's no differences between them.
Yeah.
But the thing I love about this with that spike coming out too is that can go in the dishwasher now.
Absolutely, because it's all stainless, man.
Yeah, it's all stainless, so this is gonna last forever. It does all the things that we've been talking about before. And then the other reason I like the collar and that spike coming out is this. This is heavy duty. I wish you could see how heavy it is, but you felt the beta one.
Yeah.
Imagine, the handles being one piece.
Right.
How heavy duty this is.
Yeah.
But you actually have a really nice pan as well just to roast in because you got those deep sides.
Oh yeah, dude, you can put potatoes and carrot. I mean, you can do all that right there. I mean,
right. You can put all that in here and put it on your pellet smoker, put it on your Kamado, put it on your charcoal grill, whatever, because it's stainless. So it can handle all that heat and it's going to clean up just fine.
You don't have to width, including the handles offhand, do you?
What's that?
Width, including the handles from side to side?
I have to measure. The box itself's 12 by 12.
Oh, so that's great because that tells you about 70% of the Kamados on the market are 19 inches and larger on their internal diameter. So that's going to fit. That's cool.
Yeah, that was the idea behind it when we picked the measurements for the box. Was that we wanted this to be able to be used, in small, like the tailgate size pellet grills. We wanted it to be used in a Weber kettle. We wanted it to be used in an oven or in a Kamado. And so that's why we picked that. If I had to guess, I'd say we're looking about 2.5 inches as it stands with the handle straight up. That's one of the things we've talked about is maybe leaving it, instead of having the handles with the big hole like this, is maybe just curving this around and leaving it solid, so we only have like an inch and you put your hands underneath it, kind of thing.
I kind of like it like that though, because a big gloved hand can still get in there, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, you look at my big mitt in there, and you can see the space.
Yeah.
So you can have a nice hot glove on and pick this thing up. And then, as we're looking at the cutting boards, that's the next thing for this is having a cutting board that has a 12 by 12 cutout in the middle that you bring it out and you drop it in. And then these handles hold it up off your table so that it doesn't scorch the table or the counter underneath. And now you can carve and build tacos and sandwiches. So yeah, I mean, I'm super excited about the pan. I think it's going to do a lot of things.
I think
it's going to be great for a lot of different dishes.
But people are going to ask how much that is, and the only answer is $1 million.
Yeah. The first one's the most expensive, right?
That's right. So, dude, I can't wait to get that. That's awesome. So we hope to have those full production ready and ready to ship to you guys, hopefully summerish. But yeah, we still got to test, and we got to get we need to do them in batches of 50 to 100, and we may pre-order them or something and get them spoken for to help with production costs. But that's what we are. We're a small company. We like to innovate, like to have fun.
Yes, sir.
So speaking of it,
and fun,
yeah, baby. So
we have a list.
We spent a long time last night talking about Father's Day. Do you want to get into Father's Day, or want to get into the other products first?
Well, let's get into Father's Day because it gets into 4 of the 25 new products we have coming.
Literally, guys, I can't even. In fact, it's so funny because literally we reordered the release of everything last night. We just let's just do that then. Crap you cannot do if you have to sit around in a board meeting or with any other, the three of us, and we just go, yeah, cool, that sounds good. Let's just do it. So fun stuff, man.
Yeah, so Father's Day, here's what we got coming. And I hope you guys are ready.
I'm ready.
So we have 2 new rubs and seasonings, 2 new seasonings. Yep. One of them we haven't even finalized the name on yet.
Yeah, yeah, literally. That's what I'm saying. We literally reordered everything last night and just said, we'll just move that one up. Let's do it.
Yeah. So we can talk about the one. We teased it on Sunday, but the first one coming out is Notorious R.E.D. And this is a sweet apple, everything rub. It's pork rub. It's definitely going to make your ribs jump. It's going to make your pork butts sing. It's going to be great on chicken. It's going to be awesome on a lot of things. I think this is going to be, every summer there's that song that comes out that's on the radio all summer long that by the end of the summer, like you can't help but sing it.
Yeah.
I think this one might be that for the summer. This might be the summer seasoning, this Notorious R.E.D.
Dude, let me go one further. As a comp guy, I have never, ever put one rub on a rib and thought, I can win with that. Comp guys always layer 3 and 4, but I'm going to tell you right now, for color, the right amount of just this cool, sweet flavor that you can't put your finger on, it is the bee's knees, right? I'm so excited for this. First time I ate it, first of all, I thought Dylan's full of crap, so let's go there. I will say this. Let me caveat this whole thing. There's other rubs on the market that have fruit in them, in their name, and they taste like you licked a freaking Kool-Aid packet and it tastes fake, and I hate it. So when we went down this path, I'm like, I'm prepared not to like this and to absolutely just crap all over this product, seriously. But the way it's a new innovation in the way we're doing it that brings the right amount of apple to the table without being overpowering. Think of like Apple Jacks, the cereal. It's a light appley flavor, but the aroma is amazing, and it just makes you happy. You mentioned the summer song, but that rub just makes me happy, man. It just makes me want to smile.
Yeah, and the character and the graphics are going to be amazing for it.
Yeah. So that's numero uno. Notorious R.E.D. That name is set for you guys that don't know where that came from because it's not from Garth Brooks. We're all as much rap fans as we are anything. I'm a big Biggie Smalls, Notorious B.I.G. fan, and when we seen the apple and there's a famous painting of Biggie with the crown, it's like, dude, that would be cool. And then we talked about it more, and then Matt was like, oh yeah, we're doing it. And I'm like, well, we can't go back now. Matt, the graphics guy, is saying we're doing it, so I guess we're doing it.
Yeah, he's going to do a great job with it. This is going to be one of those characters people talk about, like getting tattoos or having pictures to hang on the wall.
Yeah.
I'm pretty positive when he gets done with this one that I'm going to be printing it on canvas and making him sign it.
We're getting to that level of some stuff he's doing. It's really cool. So we're excited about that. But wait, there's more, because we're worse than Ron Popeil. If you order now, if you act now, there's another product that we've been messing with, and you're like, dude, don't you have enough beef products? And we do, because technically Mood and Double Down and Ante Up and all this stuff kind of goes with beef. Ante Up goes to everything. Actually, Double Down goes to everything. You guys need to start using on vegetables and chicken and everything, because I'm telling you, no one has figured out that there's some secret Easter eggs in that rub.
Eggs, even Double Down on eggs, Double Down on bagel with cream cheese. Like, I'm telling you, Double Down can literally go on everything.
Everything. I put it on broccoli last night, bro. Broccoli. Hey, I'll tell you a great one. I was on Instagram and it was like Fit Griller Mommy or something that tagged us, and she's there doing her push-ups, and she tagged our rub as one of the best things to ever go on steak because the crust, 0 carbs, totally keto, and she loved the freaking double down. So I was like, awesome. But she went all over on it. But you guys, I'm telling you that you got the double down. There's Easter eggs, there's hidden stuff in there that Dylan and I don't want to tell you about. We want you to discover it. That if you start mixing and playing with this stuff, your world will open up. It's a dried compound butter with a lot of benefits that if you start putting it in other rubs, base coating stuff with it, put it in your mashed potatoes, it goes everywhere. You've got to get it.
Pasta, mac and cheese. You know, Sandy said double down on popcorn. Yeah. I did double down on popcorn the other night. It's stupid good, like stupid good.
Right.
But literally everywhere you can think of. I put it in cornbread, in my cornbread batter.
It is great. Dusting anything you've batter fried because it brings this light butteriness right to the top of the crust. It is phenomenal. You've got it. Asparagus. I love it on grilled asparagus. But so kind of what I alluded to. Oh God. I mean, yeah. I mean,
oh yeah. Red, you're talking about in risotto. Fantastic and that kind of stuff.
Yep. It is fire risotto, man. It really is. But you guys, if you've not bought that product, we're currently out of it. We've got to do a big reorder for the store. BarbecueProShop.com. Go order it because they're almost out as well. And we got to do another run of it. But I'm telling you, we're not disappointed, but there's some cool things you guys have not discovered with Double Down yet because, and I get it, we just keep releasing new tracks and new tracks and new tracks. You're like, dude, I've not even got a chance to replay the track from last week. What the hell? Slow down. Well, we can't because we're crazy. And while we're in this prolific writing stage, man, we just want to go with it. We want to enjoy it and just we want to put the best line of products out there. And man, they're just coming to us fast and furious. And the other one that's going to come in that Father's Day pack, the other new product is working name Burger Bomb. But the idea is you mix it. Dylan, you've seen on their videos talk about the inside out burger, which really means you're dumping a bunch of rub in your meat, kneading it around, and then patting out your burgers, right? So your flavors on the inside, and you're going to top coat them with Double Down or Mood or something on the outside. This Burger Bomb is nuts. Big pieces of dehydrated onion, great garlicky flavor, smokiness. It is phenomenal. You could use it on brisket, but man, in a freaking meatloaf, holy crap. And it bookends with Dirty Gringo amazingly well. Go ahead. I'm sorry, dude. I'm all stoked on it.
No. It's all good. Because here's the thing. Notice he said Burger Bomb. He didn't say Beef Bomb.
Right.
So we're talking turkey burgers, chicken burgers, beef burgers, pork burgers, salmon burgers, all of those. This Burger Bomb is a one-stop shop. If you can grind it, we can flavor it with Burger Bomb. Like, you know, and to what he said is this is your inside flavor, and the direction you decide to take it on the outside is up to you. You know, if you want to do a blackened burger, Burger Bomb on the inside, cockavoodoo on the outside, hot cast iron skillet.
Dirty, the Double Down on the outside and freaking sear that. I mean, you got so many options, man. You want a Southwest burger? Put a little freaking, Dirty Gringo up in there too.
Dude, I love doing quesadilla burgers. Mm-hmm. Instead of doing bun, you get the nice small tortillas and you fry your patty, put the Dirty Gringo on there, and then you take your avocado, your queso, or your cojito cheese, and all that, and then you put that in between those tortillas and grill the tortillas and cut it up.
100%.
Like the quesadilla burger is legit.
I'm going to pause, just press pause real quick because the comments are flying in. Eric, best combo of spices for Memorial Day prime rib. I would totally do Double Down like crazy because I want that butteriness on there. I would mix in a little bit of Annie Up for that char and a little bit of mood. That's a great prime rib rub. If you want to add rosemary to it or a shot of like hazelnut coffee, if you like that kind of thing, that will pair well in there. But all those will work fantastic, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you ask me, I would rub the whole thing down with mood and let it sweat overnight. And then right before I put it in, I'd hit it hard with Double Down. And about halfway through, I'd sprinkle it with Annie Up and let it ride.
Let it ride, baby. Let it ride. Yeah, no, I'm 100%, man. I mean, there's no wrong answers to that, man. If you want a little more Southwestern, seriously put just a shot of Gringo in there with the mood, and it just all of our products, because Dylan and I understand balance and knowing when to pull back. It's like a guitar player, right? There's a difference between Yngwie Malmsteen, who just gives you a million notes, and like Pink Floyd, his name just jumped out of my head. We'll go B.B. King because his name just jumped out of my head. He'll do one note with a ton of sustain, right, and then stop and let you catch your breath and beg for the next note. That's what we build in these rubs. What Paul tasted was actually the space in between the ingredients Dylan and I had in Voodoo and Gringo. And the chilies he had with the very interesting expensive pepper that I put in Gringo that had that raisiny earthiness with those real cool chilies in Gringo, that's what made that cocoa note. But had we overpowered it, you never would have got it. Never would have got it.
Sure.
No.
But yeah, so Burger Bomb, venison burgers, you name it, all of them.
This is a great one. I will say, Andrew, Dirty Gringo has ruined me on all taco seasoning. Like, I pack it with me everywhere I go. It's an addiction I don't want to admit to, but it's true. That all the other Mexican mixes, those spices, the pre-mixed ones, to me, I agree. They taste like ashtray garbage to me, and a lot of it's in the freshness. You know, the freshness of those chilies freaking matter. So anyway, we got the Burger Bomb, we got Notorious R.E.D. And by the way, if you guys like Burger Bomb for a name, just let us know because it may stick. But if you got something else, throw it out there. We're listening. But I kind of like it. It's kind of, I don't know. I'm like, I got a visual on where I want to go with that graphic. But anyway, but wait, there's more. There's also the giant Yeti Cup. Although I don't have mine right in front of me, I do have this Yeti Cup, but it's not this Yeti Cup. It's the 26 ouncer, Dylan?
30 ounce.
The 30 ouncer with the lid, logo of Flavor Anonymous. Is a $40 cup we're putting in here. $40. Go get it anywhere. And actually, it's more than that because you can't get them anywhere because you can only get them logoed through us. So that's three. And then
this is Father's Day back.
We're still in the Father's Day period.
1 pound Notorious R.E.D. 1 pound Burger Bomb. 1 30-ounce Rambler. 1 30-ounce Rambler FA logoed Black Rambler. Badass.
Yes.
But more.
But wait.
So, there's only more for a limited few of you, though.
Right.
We're still trying to figure out the number. If it's 100, if it's 150, if it's 125, whatever that is. But if you or someone who claims to love you buys you the Father's Day pack, you get the cup, you get the 2 pounds of rub, and we're going to let you in on the 2 new products that are yet to be named, are yet to be labeled, are yet to be packaged. We're going to include you guys on the development process.
That's right.
Because we're going to put a pound of each of these new products in the Father. Yeah, a pound of each in this new Father's Day pack for you to test and give us feedback, because the 2 products that are going to slide into the Father's Day pack, they're not being released till July 4th.
Yep.
So
And they're also potentially not our products. They're going to go. This will be an introduction to a whole new thing that's coming.
So this is the opportunity for you to get in behind the scenes, give us some feedback, show off to your friends and family, show off to the group, and it's a hell of a deal.
Yes. So we're giving you about $100 worth of stuff in this box. We're gonna but wait, we haven't touched on. There's coupons to stores in there. That we're working out deals for that will probably be in there to multiple places.
Yeah. So there's going to be a special offer. There's going to be a special offer for Barbecue Pro Shop in honor of Father's Day. That's going to be included exclusively in the Father's Day pack. And there's going to be a little something from one of our favorite brands that we.
Yep. We don't want to release everything yet. But here's what we do. So we're doing all this for about $75 plus shipping. Okay. Because what we want to do, let's be honest, man. I've gotten a lot of things for Father's Day, and I love my family. But they aren't necessarily things I wanted, but I love them anyway, and I appreciate the effort. But I'm just going to be real for a minute. Dad gets screwed, man. We put all this in on Mother's Day, and then we're like, damn, we're broke for Dad. What are we going to do for Dad? I don't know. He's going to cook us some steak or something. Dad gets screwed, and I'm tired of it. So we're going to fix it. You're going to be able to give Dad something that he actually wants, and he can use for the rest of the year to keep his beverages cold. We're going to make him a king of ribs, and we're going to make him a king of burgers. And then you got the 2 surprise packages in there that are going to make him the king of everywhere else. Dude, we're doing it for $75 plus shipping. We're going to try to go live with it this weekend so you can get your pre-orders in. These will not ship until the week before Father's Day, okay? But the reason why we're doing it this weekend, we've got to get a count on these cups because we can't – they're expensive cups, man. Let's be honest. We're a small company. We can't order an extra 100 of these cups, right? Order an extra 100 bags of rubs, one thing. But ordering 100 extra $40 cups plus the logoing, it's a little tough for us. But we want to make sure everyone gets a shot at them. If you want to order it for yourself and slide it under the Father's Day tree and put a bow on it and say it's from the dog, that's what I would do. Fido loves you, but go ahead and do that. But take care of you for a minute. Big hint to the wives and kids and everybody else out there. Hey, maybe mom's a griller. Hook her up. She wants one too. But we want Dad to have everything he needs for the rest of summer, and that's why we're going all in on this packet. I'll shut up,
so recap. 30 ounce logoed Flavor Anonymous cup. All right. We've got 1 pound Notorious R.E.D. first time available. 1 pound Burger Bomb, first time available. Two unavailable products. The only way you're getting these products is the Father's Day package.
Now, let me caveat what you just said there. The R.E.D. and the Burger Bomb will be available for order irregardless of whether you buy the Father's Day package, okay? Until we run out. But you cannot get these other 2 products any other way. We cannot do it because this is the pre-launch of another thing. So we really want you guys to try this stuff. But you can order if you want extra. If your dad's the Rib King, you want extra rib rub, hey, get some extra R.E.D. If you want to do a bunch of burgers, throw an extra bag of that Burger Bomb in there. We're happy to put it in the same box and you're still a hero. All right.
Absolutely. So let's talk about that just a little bit. We're also coming out with some new sizes on that stuff. So
that's right.
We've always had the 1 pound bags. We're also going to have an 8 ounce bag or a half pound bag available so that if you want to add a bunch of sample stuff to these, you can. So all that stuff be available individually, but this is the time.
Flavor behavior may be my new buzzword right here. This Joshua, that's brilliant. I love it.
That's the new hashtag.
Hashtag flavor behavior. Oh, goodness.
All right. So pre-orders for this are going to go live, Saturday at 9?
Ish. I will do my best. It will go live this weekend, guys. And again, it's a pre-order. We're not going to cap the numbers right out of the gate. We think we can do about 100 of these pretty easy. Man, if you guys tear them up and we do 150, we'll do 150. We want to give everyone the opportunity to get them that wants them. But at the same time, I mean, we do have a shipping threshold we got to meet, and we got to get the cups back from Yeti, and there's a lot of rigmarole in this. So that's why we're doing it early and ensuring that Dad gets his stuff on Father's Day, y'all. Don't stiff them. All right.
Yeah, because our goal is to be shipping out, somewhere around June 12th to the 15th.
Yes.
Father's Day is the 21st. That way everything's landed by Father's Day.
Right. Hey, and another great thing, if Dad isn't local, hey, we're happy to ship to him. Just throw us his address, man. We'll send it to him.
And Reggie, we will do our best to get the link available to share before Saturday.
I will try. I have a lot to get working in the store to make this work. But yes, we'll do our best.
So let's talk about those two new products just a little bit.
Yeah.
Or what we want to see out of that. All right. So Shane alluded to this. There's going to be some surprise with those new products. Other than Notorious R.E.D, other than the Burger Bomb, the two top secret under development projects that we're going to let you guys be part of the R&D. You're going to get the packaging exactly the way we do from our food scientists.
Yep.
We develop our formulas and our recipes. We submit them for FDA approval. We wait for them to come back. They send them back to us in these pouches. We taste them. We cook with them. We did it this weekend. We cooked with all these products. A couple of them were so good that without even coordinating, we had them again for dinner the next day.
True story.
Andrew's got me right there.
Yeah. This is the story of our life. It's like, you got that right. Sure. Yeah. 2 a.m. Hey, whatever. I got it. But it usually starts with, I got this concept. I'm like, fuck. Oh man. I appreciate you guys know who is sharing the link though. That means a lot to me. I feel the love. Oh goodness.
Yeah. So this may not be the color.
Yeah, go more to the middle. There you go. Yep. It's that in black.
Yeah.
You got it.
With this nice, beautiful Yeti cup. With the mag slide lid.
With the mag slide lid again. I mean, that's you. The damn lids are $9 a piece.
Are any of the black ones in there?
Yeah. So Tommy, yes, there will be a new well, it's a sort of new sticker. We're
so
not
yes,
going to do
what it's going to look like sticker. In black.
There we go. Yeah.
So that's what it's going to look like in black.
Yeah. So this time we're not going to do a product sticker because we're releasing 2, but we are going to do a bigger FA sticker, right, for Dad's cooler or whatever. So it's going to be a straight flavor anonymous sticker. We'll circle back around on some of these character stickers. If the art is done, we will have full labels. If not, it will just be the names done up well. But Matt is working feverishly. I did get to see someone, we've talked about Kung Fu, Mother Effer, and some of those products. So what happened to those? And let's get into that, Dylan. So we just made a command decision last minute, and literally Matt is finishing up the art for Kung Fu tonight. I talked to him today, and he's like, you mother. But this is what we do, man. We get excited about something, and we go, you know what? I know it's going to be a lot of work, and I know it's going to be harder on us. but it's about making happy faces, man. It's about you guys. It's about making Dad happy. It's about making you happy. And the more we thought about it, Kung Fu's there's a trio of products coming out with in the Kung Fu line. We're going to take a little pause, just a couple weeks, to let you guys digest everything we've released over the past 4 months. And we want you to learn those products, and then Kung Fu is coming right after that. Okay? It's not lost. It's not even been benched. We are honestly trying to give a little bit of a pause on the FA madness because there's a couple things. There's a couple new lines we're working on that we really want to get out there that we've talked about from the beginning. And we decided to open a stupid restaurant, which was madness on top of all this, locally. So I cannot stress how much we're working 20-hour days already. But we just doubled down on it. People see adversity, some people see opportunity, and that's what I love about being a dreamer. All three of us are dreamers and are willing to put in the work to make stuff happen, and I love that about us. So, yeah. Anyway,
Nick, it looks small. It looks small on the camera, but the logo is actually really big on the cup.
It fits the cup. It really does. It's tough with the distortion, but it fits the cup.
Yeah, you'll be able to see it. And I know some of these guys were talking about the other colors, but I'll tell you, it shows up best on black.
Well, here's the other thing about those colors. Invariably, if we picked 3, we would be out of the one you want. So, Henry Ford had it right. We got every color you want as long as it's black.
So...
Yeah, I know, Patrick. Everyone has their mind on Kung Fu. It's coming, man. It's coming. This was a better fit for Father's Day stuff for the rest of the dads out there. I mean, Dad does ribs. Dad does burger. Dad may not be into the Asian flavors as much as I am. And, dude, no one is waiting to sear some ahi tuna more with those products than this guy because I love it. So we sat down, we took a vote, and this is the right decision. It really is. So you will get those products. There will be no shortage because again, there's 12 freaking products in the hopper. There's more coming, guys. But we got to do it right, and we always want to do it. We realize we're getting ahead of you guys a little bit, right? People still don't understand what the hell the Cure does sometimes, or Annie Up just blew people's brains out. Or they're like, "What did you do?" So we want you to use those things and experiment with them to double down. You guys haven't even figured out all the secrets, and you guys have tore up Gringo. But, man, mixing Gringo with so many things is so good. Putting those recipes out there on the flavanonrecipes.com. We want to see you guys doing that with the products. But we're really doing this because this isn't about money grab or release. It's about growing everyone's palate with us and bringing you along for the ride because there isn't a Flavor Anonymous without the Flavor Nation, right? We're all flavor freaks and we love this, but we understand we're so prolific right now that sometimes you have to take a step back from everything you're painting and go, okay, now let's get charged up and go again. And I'm excited to do that. So anyway,
yeah, I mean, the flavor behavior is going to last all summer.
Oh, listen, we've already got fall products planned out. That's the crazy part, guys. It's nuts right now.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it's a good year for everybody because we literally have products lined up through Christmas.
Yep.
All year long, new products. And 2 is the smallest we're launching together, apparently. We like things to go in pairs, sometimes triples.
Yeah, I mean, if I got to ship to you guys, I'd just soon fill the bag, right? Why not? Charlie, I won't get into all the details of the restaurant thing. It's more of a family thing, but FA, it's definitely FA as well, but it will not be under that tag. So it's just cool stuff. We'll see. Let's see. Yeah. So you're gonna have a flavor tantrum. Okay, you pushed it too far, Reggie. You broke it. You went a hair too far. But no, it's good. I like all the flavor, the uses of flavor. It's good.
Well, there may be some other people that has it.
Right. Andrew, this is a great example of what we try to do. If we're going to do a product that is out there in a similar fashion, we have to find a way to do it better or we won't release it. And Gringo definitely fits that profile. But we also love coming at, like I said, this R.E.D. we're doing, that is left field. Like when we talk to the factory about this, when the guys at the factory that produce this stuff for a living go, are you sure? You're pushing the envelope, and it's awesome. I love getting that feedback from them, and then them tasting it, going, "Holy cow, that's brilliant." So, anyway, let's see. I want to knock Baby X out of the park this weekend. What's the best combo in the FA products? No sauce, dude. I would hands down Cure ribs. If you want an old school rib, Cure, and don't go heavy on it. Good base coat of Cure. If you want to come back with some different color rubs or different things, you just totally can. But man, anymore, I just love good old Cure ribs. And I'm going to tell you, we've already played with it. Cure with R.E.D. is freaking nuts.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Let's see. Cure. Oh, dude, the goose. We were talking about this weekend, Patrick. You did the goose breast bacon. It was nuts that you even did that, dude. That's awesome. We love to see that kind of innovation, man. John, there will not. Well, I mean, I have a freak fest every week, but hey, that's just me. We will probably not be in a position to sponsor one this year, but we are already looking for spots. We fully intend to do this. Gotta let your freak flag fly, man.
Well, and here's the other part of that, and not to be, because we're never trying to be exclusionary, but with everything going on, it's a little bit irresponsible to try and plan huge mass gatherings. However,
and we had to pre-sell tickets to have some of the cash flow for it, and if we have to cancel, it's just not a good time, man.
But that doesn't mean, guys, that there isn't going to be an opportunity for some intimate, smaller number weekends, opportunities, sessions, if you will. I'll be honest, just because of the nature of what they are and where they are, that they're probably going to be spendy. And it's not because we're trying to gouge anybody, but it's just the cost of doing business. But there is, we are looking, if the interest is there, at some cool locations where we could get together, 10 to 12 people potentially, and stay in, nice accommodations in a really cool location, and do some, basically the backstage experience. Forget about the concert. Like, just stay backstage and don't go on stage.
We would love to have a place where we can just park like 30 or 40 smokers of varying types, and let's just cook for each other all weekend, right? And anyone that wants to learn ribs, we're gonna have ribs. You want to do brisket? We'll do brisket. Like, we're just gonna be all over the map, and it'd just be fun. This is funny, Andrew, only because if you've ever stood in the butcher shop parking lot, the staff of Flavor Anonymous plus you would fill that parking lot. It's actually very small. And that's no slight to Kevin and the butcher shop, but they do a hell of a business out of a small location, and that's what I love about them. That is That is as American as it gets, man. Everyone thinks that thing is a huge, huge, huge building with a ton of parking, and it's not. The amount of briskets that flip through that place out of such a small parking lot is awesome to watch.
So yes, there's the potential for some small intimate events this year. They are going to be pretty expensive, but the bigger, larger freak, Flavor Fest, Flavor Nation Fest is probably next year. And nothing wrong with that. But yeah, there'll be some intimate opportunities. We'll talk about it as they come up, later this fall.
Yeah.
But holy smokes, we still have more to cover.
Yeah. So do you want to transition to the next thing?
How about you transition?
I got nothing else, man. I just want to eat.
Well, then I'll transition. So we talked about Father's Day. That's going to go live this weekend. Get your pre-order in because we got to get those pre-orders so we can get the cups and everything ordered. We talked about the two super secret under development products that are going to get thrown in your Father's Day pack. We've got a special offer from Barbecue Pro Shop that's going to be in there. We got an extra goodie or two from another one of our brands that we're fans of that's going to be thrown in there. And we're going to bring back the original FA brick in the wall sticker.
Yeah.
Somebody asked, is Notorious R.E.D not going to have its own? It will. It's going to come out later.
Yeah.
It's not going to be for Father's Day. We'll have its sticker release later. And then we have the new brand that's going to be launching after that. 4th of July, it's going to be coming out with its own product line. And that one's going to be the craziest, most audacious launch ever because we're actually going to launch a whole line in a weekend.
Mm-hmm. All of it.
If y'all are that. So we're talking like 5 products. Going to launch live in a weekend. So save your second stimulus check.
I haven't got the first one. But I will say this, guys. You're immediately going to ask, where can we get this stuff? So we had a lot of conversations about this other product line going mass market, okay, into other stores and stuff. And we sit down with Barbecue Pro Shop. We're in talks about some things. But you're always going to be able to get everything that Flavor Anonymous Brands does. And this is where it gets gray, right? Flavor Anonymous Brands is the overall tent, right? And we kind of went crazy to we have Flavor Anonymous products, but then we have actually potentially four other brands all under the same tent. And we've kind of gotten away from talking about those because the Flavor Anonymous stuff just took us by storm. So you're always going to be able to get Flavor Anonymous brand stuff that we do, the stuff Dylan and I create. You're always going to be able to get it at flavoranonymous.com. Always. We have no intention of standing up 2 or 3 stores. It's just we're not going to do it. So everything that myself, Dylan, or Mike Sutherland we produce that we make, you're going to be always able to get it there. That may eventually, we've done some white label stuff, meaning we've done stuff for other companies that we don't talk about, and that stuff may eventually even come underneath there. So it's kind of like when on a rap album you get a guest appearance from this person and this person and this person. That's kind of what's going on here. So the stuff we produce, we want you to have the full catalog, right? The full range of experience. And not everything makes the cut to be an FA track. That's not that it's bad. It's that FA has its own flavor and its own swagger. And everything outside of that needs to be a different brand because we don't want a lot of product confusion.
Well, we have a feel to it,
Right.
And FA has the anarchy and the A for a reason. Like,
right.
A lot of the products under FA make you think. Like, even if they're simple, they make you think. And there are other products that we want to do that we're coming out with that aren't necessarily on that bleeding edge, but they are, Americana, and we got the brand for that, and we've got some stuff that, we like Shane said, we have 4 brands that we have products for, and we're going to start bringing those to life too. Like, it doesn't mean they're any less than Flavor Anonymous. It just means that image doesn't fit. Like,
right.
you know, it's like the electric guitar and the acoustic guitar. You can have a great
Right.
song on either, but a lot of times they don't blend. You know, that's why they get the unplugged album versus the regular. Like, so some of these products are unplugged, where the rest of it's been amp all the way up.
Right. Well, dude, my crew is getting back home because we're about 20 minutes past where we normally are. Let's give it 5 more minutes, wrap it up, reiterate, and I'm going to eat because I'm starving.
All right. Well, you know, we're almost out of just about everything at the store at flavoranonymous.com. Great thing is Jeff Belmonte over at Barbecue Pro Shop's got a full inventory. Please go over there. You got to get the double down, folks. You guys are missing out if you're not putting that on damn near everything. Go over there, get it. He's got fast shipping. He's got a great catalog of products, so you don't just have to grab our stuff. You can grab all your favorites. He's got a deep catalog. So hit barbecueproshop.com up. Stay tuned. We'll make announcements over the next few days as to when the link is live, or even if it's not live, when we have a link established for the Father's Day package that you can share with those who are responsible to make you happy. So we'll share that as soon as that's available. And as always, post your recipes to flavanonrecipes.com so we can share those with the world. And post in the group, okay? Post your pictures, post your tag in the group what seasoning you're using. And just so you know, we may pluck it out of the group and use it over on the FA page to share with the world. So, you know, obviously we'll give you photo creds, but if you can, you know, show it in the group and maybe we'll pick yours to share with everybody else. Until then.
Is this where I take back over?
Until
then, peace out.
All right. Thanks for joining us, Flavor Nation.
Peace.